So the West Indies, like the Indians, travel to Delhi, the scene of a win in 1987. But they haven't won here since 1994. Can they have the ambition and the skill to turn things around? Will India stroll to 2-0? We are at the Arun Jaitley Stadium here in New Delhi. It's the IDFC First Bank Test Series. This is the second test between two teams that go back a long way and have a shared history. India versus the West Indies. Summer has left Delhi. It's a lot more pleasant now. And Test cricket returns here after 2.5 years. This is what happened in Ahmedabad. The West Indies batted first. Just 162. It'll worry them that they didn't get to 50 overs. It's becoming a bit of a pattern with them. India 448 with hundreds, as you just saw, for Dhruv Jurel, Ravindra Jadeja and KL Rahul. It's a very good match for Mohammad Siraj and Ravindra Jadeja. No Rishabh Pant, and so Dhruv Jurel got the opportunity not just behind the stumps but at the number that Rishabh Pant occupies, up at number 5, and he showed just why people are saying he might be able to make the side.
Their own at some point in this test match. Jayden Seales will do what he does. He had 5 days off in between test matches. He'll be hoping to get some swing. Of course, a couple of months ago we celebrated the 50th anniversary of the West Indies winning that 1975 World Cup. The late Bernard Julian was part of that 4 wickets in the semi-final and a handy 26 runs, I think, in the final. 2 centuries, 1 at Lords. So the black armbands, West Indies, are honoured.
Just down the leg side. You just got to see Bish grooving in his Bermudas and
in my seat. but more about.
Often you could be setting up a batter, get him to think that you're going to get the ball to curve.
Yeah, he's in his 26th test matches. You go back all those years ago when India. So KL Rahul will be in strike, enjoying some very good form at the top of the order. A couple of good hundreds in recent times. He'll want to convert it to a little bit of a way swing for Anderson Phillip. There's just such a difference in spite of the fact that India without Ashwin, Kohli and Rohit Sharma.
Nice little curve away from the batter.
No run.
I wonder if it could be because they want to see Shai Hope as a pure batter and rediscover his form. He's only kept and in test.
No run.
He's got a good swing as well. There's nothing in the picture for it to seem off the pitch so much.
Wait.
And first runs of a pretty good ball actually. Patel, it's a very tough Indian team to break into. They're still playing 3s. It's going to be a big test match for Sai Sudarshan.
Their first over was trying to get the ball to curve.
So we've already learned 2 things about Sunil Gavaskar, Bish. One, that he loves Trinidad. That's been apparent now.
I like that conversation because I mentioned it during the first test match and after the first test match. Jaiswal off the mark. And I think that's imperative. It's imperative.
That is nice. He's trying to look.
To the onside, bit of a chase. They'll come back for 2. It's going to be a good contest this because he's getting the swing. It's a pretty decent first-class record, that 155 wickets he takes a wicket every 7 overs or so.
Which allows that up.
Just beats the keeper. First time the ball will reach the boundary. Goes up to 9, his first 4. The last 18 months or so, Jayden Seales has got 52 wickets at just over 21.
Yes, I think it's important, like I said a little bit earlier, that you've got to...
Lovely ball again. He's focusing on getting it to leave the left-hander.
Nice gather again. You mentioned Tevin.
Finds the gap, threads the needle for 4. They've been trying to get him there. He's got one up over the bowler. 14 for no.
But more to the point, KL, Rahul, and what he did so well and what he's been doing well is...
But never mind about the off-stump pitch. Just tell me this is the 6th over.
When I was very young, I was told the leave is a good shot. And when you're young, you don't understand the meaning.
Once again by the Indian openers, very similar to what they did in Ahmedabad. The commentators before us were highlighting how good he has been.
No run, no run.
Good morning, God.
They're pretty happy with the fact that he won the toss. He lost 5 on the bounce. It's the bowlers who are waiting with bated breath. If you're... Huge flash. Kept leaving, kept testing his patience there. Had a big waft at that. But he's been pretty disciplined. He's been there and thereabouts, in fact. All the overs, he in fact bowled a...
I just want to go back to that last point I was making about the transition as an opening.
No run, no run.
If you look back at that first test match and Jaiswal's innings, first 4 runs. Yeah, it did look a...
Wait.
Look, in my time, I had different views on that.
And it's an interesting conversation when you think of the kind of batters I played with, especially in the Indian team. Think of a Virender Sehwag, who's...
I guess a lot of it depends on the individual and their rhythm. Everyone has their own.
Yeah, look, I'm not advocating that there's one best approach in this situation.
When asked about the changing formats, and he said technique is the same, it's just a mindset shift. Lovely punch. And something which we saw a lot from VVS Lakshman this time. It's a mod. Yeah, overcompensating. And it's been flicked through. Justin Graves, the first change in place of... Nicely tucked away. Nicely tucked away for 4.
And the reason why I say that is these two openers still in discovery mode as
That angle has been a bit of a challenge for Yashasvi.
They bowled a longish spell. Seals, even in Ahmedabad.
No run.
yeah, you call the right option. Roston Chase, upon contemplation, is the ideal choice. The other thing too, as an opening batter,
Nicely bowled, very nicely bowled there. Yeah, Peel was pretty strong from the bowler.
So as a batter, you kind of sucked into playing the shot, looking at that action. You're into your position little too early.
Very nicely bowled. Very nicely bowled. Every now and then he's had a poke at it. after lead
Ball.
That was much better. The forward defense where the body weight was moving forward.
12 overs.
Yeah.
He's bowling a good line. To have somebody like a Jaiswal.
Wow! He almost took out Anderson Phillip. And he gets 4. So all of those things, one of the things that I'm looking to...
What a lovely drive. Just a tad over pitched, and that is... Oh, because one batter gets big runs, your team is guaranteed 350 at least.
And this time it's a flick, but just a single. It tells you the slow.
Eyes glued on Carrie Pierre, solitary wicket in that first test match in Ahmedabad.
That's also important, the point you make, is because he's a tall man, KL Rahul. So
Control.
A proud record at this ground for the home. Classical. Perhaps a little bit more in it than the one KL. Ouch! I think it ricocheted off the hands, and wonder if it struck him in the head.
we would have come into the commentary box.
Nice shot. Jamel Warrican perhaps went down in installments in trying to get a hand to it. Boundary.
And India dealing in boundaries, the 50.
Without loss, a real challenge for this iteration of the West Indies. I suspect we might see spin from the other end as well. Sumptuous. First 6 of the match, and the follow through of the... A crowd that's keen, that's building, a lot of young people in, that's great to see.
Oh, lovely worry, lovely worry.
Oh, gone! It's spun! And KL Rahul looks back at the pitch with suspicion. Jamel Warrican has him for the second time in 2 test matches. That is a big test for Sai Sudarshan. 7 in. Off the mark nicely, got a gift.
Buckling all-rounder. Enjoyed. Super off the back foot is Jaiswal.
Not that you can't bowl being open-chested. There have been some fine bowlers who have been...
Stump. Oh, that this bounce.
Now the off-spinner.
Young players. Some will say more traditional in his stance as a batter.
Second over.
Hey, Kartik, you had a chat.
Then those numbers suggest. Not if he's bowling that one. Good use of the feet, but it was way too full.
And also his pulling arm nicely punched. Again, an exquisite piece of work from...
He's very good with that shot. As he gets set, you'll see him playing many more shots like those. No turn there. But 3 and 6, so India tried Sai Sudarshan, tried Karun Nair.
Catch it.
And so it will be lunch. 28 overs gone. They've over rate's pretty good. 94 for one. India scoring at just under 3.4 and over. They'll be quietly satisfied with that. So you'd have to say that while the West Indies might have had the odd...
Welcome back to the second session of the second test on day one. It's been a good start for India in every way possible. For once, Shubman Gill winning the toss. Lucky mascot being Karthik Murli at the toss for a change. And they chose to bat on a pretty docile pitch. Jaiswal looking solid on 40. KL Rahul was looking good till he stepped out to one. Shot cut away. Jaiswal, after lunch, is on the move. Again shot, again cut, and the result is again the same. Second boundary in a couple of balls, and that brings up the 100. At times when there's low bounce, but this one is going to bring up his half century because he's timed this ball beautifully through cover. Just the 1 over after lunch, and Yashasvi Jaiswal batting on 40 at lunch. He got out to a similar shot, but that time he played the pull. This one was the flick, and he gets a boundary as well soon after lunch. This one again full, and it looks like Jaiswal. If you look at the field, Roston chase.
Oh, lovely. Ball, ball, ball. That's it, that's it. Done, Alec, done.
Big hundreds.
Nice little cut. West Indies losing a lot of the momentum that they gained.
This is nice, but does it also matter how the bowler's been used? If you look at the last test match, how Jayden Seals...
But he came to a realization, and at a later stage in his career, what does the team require? To know, maybe now is not the time that I can just rush through. So the construction here.
Lovely, Warri, lovely, bud, lovely.
Change of bowling.
Hey. Stop it!
Slightly short. But what Sai Sudarshan is so good at is off the back foot. He's able to punch a ball which... Again. Me and Bish haven't bothered going down.
Stop it!
And when you go much fuller, this is what Sai Sudarshan is really good at. He's got a good flow with the bat.
Oh! Ball, ball, nice.
Not been able to stem the flow of runs.
Ball, ball.
Few times he's played by average.
Real poor delivery. Jamel Warren. It's a similar case for bowlers too. Bowling long spells.
Inside catch!
Runs are coming very, very...
Yeah, just talking about approaches that the West Indies,
Oh, lovely.
of course, as a top order batter. And just to build on that point, we saw Jayden Seals
Ball carry, lovely, bud, lovely.
after looking at that first test match and a pop.
Nice, nice carry, nice carry.
So we did make the point of
Easy. In limited overs cricket, you go bang, bang.
Yeah, that's a great weapon to have. But every time Yashasvi Jaiswal comes on to bat, the mid-on is...
the Kartik Sunny viewers You'll think that Roshan
Every team seems to have a designated person.
Done, Alec.
Warwick hasn't quite got the turn after he got that.
Swept hard, and there is no protection out there. So a fine shot from Sai Sudarshan gets him a boundary. Lovely drive through the offside. Should have been stopped. But eventually, what the bowler will have again. Nicely driven all along the ground. Once again, it's Yash. That's the 50 moment. His second half century in Test match cricket.
Again. Played very fine this time at last. It was a short ball, but he was in control of it. Man on the boundary is about 40. Just an hour after lunch on the first day. In effect, it tells you about the giants that came before and occupied that number. I said, if you're pleased.
As you said, Harsha, he looks good on the eye.
Just over. Just over, and there was nobody behind. I guess you've got to give it to the bat. Just like that. 100, number 7 for Yashasvi Jaiswal. 100. Very, very well crafted, respecting the...
1-1.
It's quite easy right now.
All the more reason that you should be testing the batter with short deliveries. Maybe he might...
Movement more often than not now is to get onto the front foot. They're trying.
Done, done. Ball.
Nicely played. That is superbly played. Oh, that's a cracking shot. Way too much room outside off stump. I punish it. Yes, it is. That is time for the second session.